Okay, so in this video I'm going to be ranking all the MCU Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures. So I'm just doing Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I'm not including Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield. So we'll go ahead and get started. So at number 17 we have Night Monkey from Far From Home. This one, I didn't care for the suit too much, and it's just a suit that he wears for a small portion of the movie, so that's why it's the lowest on this list. Next, we have the What If Zombie Hunter Spidey. So this one, I did really like the character in the episode of What If. He is probably my favorite character, or one of my favorite characters from the entire What If series, but we didn't really see much of him. We just seen him in that one episode, and he's a good character, but still not the greatest. And we didn't see a whole lot of him, and so that's why he's a little bit lower. Next, we have the No Way Home black and gold suit. So this is the suit, actually it's the red and black suit that he turned inside out to where it was black with the gold lines. For me, I didn't care for this suit too much because it felt like it was trying to do like a black suit without being a black suit, and it just felt sort of like cheap and not that cool. So that's why that one's a little bit lower on this list. I'm ready for them to actually give Tom Holland like a full black suit that actually looks cool. But that's why that one's a little bit lower. Next, we have the Civil War Spider-Man suit, which is the same as the Homecoming suit, the red and blue suit. But this one is specifically from Civil War and came in the 3-pack with Captain America and Iron Man. This one is pretty cool, but I like the suit itself, the red and blue, but the figure has some issues with the design and articulation. That's why it's a little bit lower. So now we have another Homecoming Spider-Man suit, which is the red and blue, but this one has the alternate head, and this one came in the Vulture Build-A-Figure wave. So this one had sort of the wide open eyes on one head sculpt and sort of the more squinted eyes on the other one. So that's why this one is just slightly above the other one, because it has an alternate head with it, and that always bumps it up a little bit. So now we'll go on to another Homecoming suit, but this one is the homemade suit. This one is pretty cool, and I think honestly this is my favorite of the homemade suits of all the Spider-Mans. It's a pretty cool suit, really. And this is one that I've been wanting to add to my collection for a while. It's a pretty cool suit, and so yeah, it's pretty cool, and especially for being like a starter suit, a homemade suit, it's actually pretty cool. And then we have another red and blue suit from Homecoming, but this one is the one with the yellow jacket from the MJ 2-pack for Homecoming. This one's pretty cool. I like it just because it's sort of unique. You have the Spider-Man suit, but with the jacket over the top, which you don't see that often. It's sort of a unique figure, which is pretty cool. So that's why it's slightly higher than the other ones. Next, we have the Homecoming suit, but it's with it's in the Iron Man 2-pack, and this one comes with the Tom Holland head, which wasn't the greatest at the time, but it takes precedent and just goes a little bit higher because it does have the Tom Holland head sculpt, even though it's not the greatest head sculpt. Next, we have the Far From Home upgraded black and red suit. So this one has been re-released a few different times. But this one is the original release of it, where it's just him by himself with, I think it might have had a web effect and an extra set of hands. But I really like the red and black suit a lot. It's probably one of my favorite suits of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. But this one is slightly lower because they didn't have slightly lower than some of the other ones because this one didn't have the lines, and a lot of them don't. But next we have the Civil War Spider-Man again, but this is the updated one from the Infinity Saga line. So this one comes with a updated Tom Holland head sculpt that actually looks really good. So this this goes up quite a bit because it's slightly updated and it has the new Tom Holland head sculpt in it, which upgrades the figure quite a bit. Next we have the Iron Spider. So this one also has been released a few different times, but this is the first one that was released as well, part of the Infinity War Thanos Build-A-Figure wave. This one just came with the suit, the Iron Spider suit, and I really like the Iron Spider suit. It's another one of my favorites. But this one is a little bit lower because there is some issues, like the Iron Spider suit's not quite as accurate. This one is missing the gauntlets on the arms, and none of the Iron Spider suits have the blue eyes that are glowing like it's actually in the movie. And this one doesn't have the claws or anything, so that's why it's just slightly lower, even though I really like the suit quite a bit. And next we have Iron Spider again, but this one is from the Infinity War 2-pack that came with Iron Man Mark 50. So this one is slightly higher because this one actually comes with a Tom Holland head sculpt. I think this is the first one where we got like an actual good Tom Holland head sculpt in, and it came with the claws and a little thing on its back so you could plug them in and actually have the claws. So this is the best version of the Iron Spider that they've released. And they also have released an Iron Spider with the Marvel Studios line, or the A-list line, where they're sort of re-releasing some of the major characters. I just bought one and did a review on this Iron Spider one from the A-list line. I didn't include that one on here because it's basically the same as the first Iron Spider one they released, but slightly worse because it has a peg hole in the back. So I did not include that one on here. And they also re-released the Far From Home black and red suit in the A-list line as well. I didn't include that one either because it's basically the same as the first one they released. But we'll go ahead and move to the next one. So at number 4, we have the No Way Home integrated suit. So this is the one that was released by itself and didn't have the lines painted in, the black lines. It's just the initial integrated suit from the final battle of No Way Home. So this, I do like this suit quite a bit too, but this one doesn't have the lines on it and it doesn't look quite as good as another one on this list, but it is pretty cool. I still like it quite a bit. That's why it's at number 4. Next we have the Far From Home upgraded suit. So this is the red and black suit again, but this one was a Walmart exclusive where it came with the unmasked Tom Holland head sculpt, which really upgraded that figure. And once again, the red and black suit's probably one of my favorites, so that's why I really like this one a lot with the Tom Holland head sculpt, but it still doesn't have the painted lines, so it does knock it down a little bit. And number 2, we have the No Way Home integrated suit from the 3-pack for No Way Home. So this is the 3-pack that had Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. So I really like this one. This is one of my favorites because it's that integrated suit from No Way Home, the final battle, but it has all the black lines painted in, which makes that suit look so much better. And it has 2 extra sets of hands. It has wall crawling hands, whipping hands, and fisted hands, and a web effect. So that's upgrades this figure quite a bit. I do wish it came with a Tom Holland head sculpt, and if it had a Tom Holland head sculpt, it'd probably be number 1. But the one that I picked for number 1 is the No Way Home final suit for Tom Holland, which is the red and blue suit, which does include the Tom Holland head sculpt and the painted lines. That's why it's number 1. And it's a pretty cool suit. Has the red and metallic blue on there. Looks really good. So that I really like both of those, number 1 and number 2. I feel like the No Way Home final suit, though, with the red and blue is a little more simple and clean, rather than the integrated suit is cool, and I do like it, but it has a little bit too much going on with the gold going across the chest and everything else. But the final suit with the red and blue slightly wins because of the Tom Holland head sculpt, and just the suit's just a little cooler. So yeah, that, and there's one other one. I had the Peter Parker and Ned 2-pack. So that's like an honorable mention, because I didn't know if I should include that or not, because it's technically not a Spider-Man figure, but it's a Peter Parker figure. But that figure is actually pretty cool, because the Tom Holland head sculpts that it comes with has one that's smiling or laughing, and there's a serious one. But those are really good head sculpts. So if I had to include that one, it would probably be somewhere in the middle, because the head sculpts are really good, but it's just basically a civilian figure. It does come with a backpack and a book and stuff, so it's kind of cool. But I just thought I'd throw that one in there because sort of an honorable mention. So yeah, number 1 is the final suit from No Way Home with a red and blue one. Let me know what you guys think of this list, which ones you agree with or don't agree with. What would be your number 1 MCU Spider-Man figure? Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.